What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here. Welcome to Tricky Gym. Today we're going to be playing a game on PTCGO, and again, we are rocking this Greninja GX deck. I am just excited to log more games with this. This is my original list, and this is brand new. This is brand new territory for me. It reminds me a little bit of Landorus Crobat from back in the day. We've got our sniping attackers. Obviously, we're not playing Landorus. We could be playing Buzzwole. We could play Buzzwole, but that doesn't really make any sense in this deck. Obviously, Buzzwole. Oh, it's Trainer Chip. So, battle of the YouTubers. We've got me versus Trainer Chip. I wonder if I am on camera. That would be crazy. What if it's me versus Trainer Chip and we are both recording for our channels? That would be nuts. So, shout out to Trainer Chip. Cool stuff. And obviously, this is going to be a fun match because if this is being recorded, then that means that we are both going to have this with our own versions up on YouTube. So that is definitely exciting. And it looks like he's playing Malamar. I am playing my homebrew Tapu Koko deck here, and I think I should be cool. It seems like a fine matchup. Gonna slap down both these Tapu Kokos. Just a great Pokemon to start out. Starting out both Tapu Koko here, just so good. And my strategy early on, I want to go get some Froakies. We want to start to set that up as quick as possible. We're going first. That's fantastic because that means that I can afford to slap down this water energy that I have in hand as well. Then obviously our Cynthia, super good. Just going to go ahead and do that as well. Get going. Ideally, I draw into another Froakie. We did. And this is pretty much an ideal turn one for us. We've got Tapu Koko in the active position. And, oh no, he's not playing Malamar. He is playing Beast Box, it looks like. So, with the people, we see the people here. This is going to be interesting. I am playing some options to be able to do some heavy damage to that people person or whatever, that Naganadel, right? I do have the Latios. The Latios can do some serious work to Naganadel. It could do 120 and 30 snipe to the bench, so I do really love that. Though I probably am just going to slap this DCE onto the Tapu Koko here and go for a turn 2 flying flip with the choice band, just all the juice there. We have not thrown the special charge into this list yet. I am being a little greedy here. I think my thought process was that you might not need the special charge if you are careful with your energy. I think that is way too greedy though. I think we probably need to throw a special charge in here. But I guess Greninja GX does shuffle the energy back into the deck. So you do save some energy that way. It's not all bad. Oh my goodness, sounds like it is raining outside. That is crazy. Okay, it was super sunny out earlier, so that's nuts. But anyways, looks like Trainer Chip going for another people. We setting up all the people here. This is cool because people doesn't actually do a lot of damage to our Froakies, our Greninja lines. They are psychic type Pokemon. So really, this Beast Box is going to be a little rough versus me because I don't really plan on taking any quick knockouts, so they're not going to be able to use their beast rings until I say, you know what I mean? I get to decide when I go to 4 prizes. That is the nature of a Greninja deck, and this is awesome. Oh my gosh, ideal turn 2. This is insane. We are just going to start sniping away. Let's throw some damage just onto that Duskmane, and we are just going to do tons and tons of damage here. We got a Remoraid that we're throwing down as well. Let's just throw that there. We got another Brooklet Hill. Going to go get another Froakie, and this is just setting up so beautifully. I cannot believe it. Let's take a look at our Frogadier line real quick. We've got all 3 Greninja in deck and our Shadow Stitching Greninja. I'm not exactly sure if we need the Shadow Stitching Greninja yet, but I mean, it seems good. Why not play an option to ability lock in your deck? I mean, that just seems great, right? You could take out a threat with all the energy on it, ability lock with Shadow Stitching, and then just give yourself more time to super scoop up and continue just flying, flipping, and stuff like that. Next turn, I am off to the races here. We could do a total of 60 plus 30. We could do or 60 plus 20. We could do 80 damage snipe plus a flying flip, just totally wreaking havoc on my opponent's board. Meanwhile, my opponent might struggle to actually get a knockout on this Tapu Koko. They would have to evolve into the Naganadel. They did not get it right. Trainer Chip did not get it. All right, let's Timer Ball. I love Timer Ball in this deck. Let's get it. 2 heads. That is so good. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how good that is. We got the Octillery here, and we are just like stunting right now. This is nuts. I think we just go with the Frogadier here and then try to draw into the Greninjas later. I like that. So let's go with that. Get as many Frogadiers out into play as possible. And I think we just throw this. We just want to throw the damage like everywhere. We want to take, let's see, 6 prizes. I don't want to damage one thing too much, but that seems good. Let's evolve this Octillery, and now let's just go ham. Ham Abyssal Hand. We seem to have plenty of draw support in this deck. Like, I'm not having any trouble at all hitting my draws. I'm not having any trouble hitting the things that I want to hit here. We are just pure gravy right now, like no problems at all. Let's just go ahead and Cynthia draw again. We'd obviously like to hit a Greninja GX or 2. We've got at least 1, so that's good. Let's just throw this damage here. We're going to do 60 more damage, so I think I want to throw it on the active, and then we're going to do 60, so that's good. And then I think that we want to Ultra Ball away maybe the rescue. That's a tough call. I don't want to like get myself into much of a resource risk situation here. So I think I'm just going to save these and not be greedy. Like, I don't need anything. So we're just going to Flying Flip again. And we're in like great shape here. We can obviously go in with our Haze Slash next turn. That's fantastic. Haze Slash is going to knock out any of the threats on Chip's side of the board, really. I mean, the Duskmane is going to get hit by that Haze Slash. That's a knockout. This thing gets hit by the Haze Slash. Any of these guys here on the bench, the people, they're not getting knocked out by Haze Slash, but I can always go and Ultra Ball for my Latios, Guzma up one of these boys, and smack it. So that is like really, really good. Let's see, they're going in with a Choice Band. Do they have like a Guzma to get this thing into the active position? And what are they going to do? Who are they going to Guzma? Who is Chip looking to eye up here on my bench? I think Octillery is probably like the best play, which is why I didn't want to get rid of this Rescue Stretcher, because then I could just Rescue Stretcher for my Remoraid back. They don't have Guzma. They had Sycamore and 2 ends, considering the end there, but just wanted to go for the aggressive draw. So does Trainer Chip have a Floatstone to finally get this? No, I'm just like going ham here. No problems at all. This is ridiculous. I think I want to ideally be in a situation where I don't take like any prizes. I think I want to take prizes as slowly as possible because I don't want the beast rings to come out. So I think I just Guzma something up and just try to stick it even more. What's this Naganadel? Naganadel can attack though. What about Lightning GX? Your opponent reveals their hand, add a card you find there to the prize face down. Lightning GX is obviously pretty bad for me. I want to keep that out of the active position. I guess I could knock out the Naganadel. That just seems bad for me, but let's just, I have 9 seconds left. Let's try to super scoop up. Yep, let's see if we can super scoop up. We hit heads. All right, I'm picking up this Greninja here. That is fine because we just get to reset that there, evolve this Greninja, and we're going to get to place 30 more damage. So that's really good. Let's see. He's going to make me take 7 prizes. That's super annoying. I already have tons and tons of damage built up. You know he's sitting on beast rings. I don't want to allow him to power up this Duskmane here. So let's just do that. Let's damage that thing. And then I think, can we Guzma? Yeah, we can Guzma and knock that thing out. So let's Guzma up the Duskmane here. And I like this play here. We're going to knock out the Duskmane, give him, a little bit of a hard time here because obviously the Duskmane is like the ideal attacker. I'm going to just slap that water back down because he could Duskmane and knock out my Greninja. That's obviously like the worst thing for me. So I think I'm just going to Flying Flip one more time. And yes, like I do activate. Oh, I'm short. Oh, I only do 50. Okay, so this is actually great. I'm not knocking out the Duskmane because I wanted to keep him I'm like really bad at math, so that's fine. I was thinking like I did 60 for some reason, but Flying Flip, obviously the base damage on Flying Flip is only 20. So this is actually preferable because I stick this fat Duskmane up here, and all I need to do is evolve just this Froakie next turn, and the Duskmane's knocked out. This is how I want. So like I thought I was knocking it out. I actually ended up making the better play by not knocking it out, because I stick like the heaviest retreater up here, and oh, we're getting an end. So that is really good. And you can see how just by sniping all over Chip's board here, I am creating some very tough situations for him because his deck relies on Beast Ring, and I'm just not giving him the Beast Ring. Not at all. And this is perfect. I mean, this is ideal. Broken Heart, he's got nothing. He just is he's drawn into nothing all game. Poor Chip. I'm sorry, man, but this is about to go down if I hit this Super Scoop Up. Oh, it's going down, Chip. Oh, things are going to start to get hectic here. We've got a knockout on the Necrozma in the active position. Yup, we're going to do that. Take our 2 prizes. Then we're going to see if we could take even more prizes. That would be really good. I'm going to aim to try and take 4 prizes this turn. I think so long as I could get a DCE potentially, I can knock out that Dawnwings Necrozma there on the bench, or maybe even... No, I do 130, so I can't knock out that Naganadel. I think we just knock out the Dawnwings too, and that way I take just a ton of prize cards. Let's go in, and we're going to, let's see, I can't knock out, I need to slap this back down. I could knock out the Dawnwings, yes. I think that's probably the play here. And then that way he doesn't get his 3 prizes for the Xurkitree GX to work unless unless, you know, he's got to GX me, get me back up to 3 prizes. Then obviously I take another prize and I let him, don't allow him to use Beast Ring the whole time. So that's the plan here. Let's just go. Oh, we got a knockout right here. So that's great. We are already down to our, I didn't even realize that. I don't even need to GX that thing. We might be able to just like straight up win the game here. We're very close to being able to win the game. Not quite, though. We could knock out that people on the bench. I think we just damage one of these guys with our GX attack if we have it. We obviously can't attack into the Xurkitree. That's not an option for us. Let's just start Ultra Balling some stuff away. Let's Ultra Ball away. I think we don't need that Greninja, and we don't need the N. I don't think that, you know, he's going to be taking any quick prizes here. So... I just scooped this guy up. We evolved here. I've got no more things to evolve, so let's just, yep, we just gotta be done with that. That's fine. Let's try to timer ball. Like, I'm just kind of throwing my resources now. I don't want them. Let's timer ball here with tails, heads. Okay, we'll go get ourselves a Greninja that we don't need. Let's slap this choice band over here. And then I think that we just want to try and hit the DCE for our GX attack. Like, that would be ideal. We did not. Oh, but I could scoop up the Tapu Koko. That is a way to do this. And we also have an Ultra Ball that we could play. So let's try to scoop up that Tapu Koko. Let's try to do that. We did not. We could now Ultra Ball away the Rescue Stretcher and the Remoraid. That's fine. I'm fine with that. And let's just fail. How many DC do we have in deck? 3. So we do have quite a few. Let's fail that. And we're just going to Abyssal Hand for 3. See if we can hit one. And nope. So that's fine. Let's just throw down another Water Energy here. And then we're just going to continue to ramp up damage on my opponent's bench. Obviously, we do not get to damage the active, but we still advance our board state pretty considerably. We have 50 damage snipe that we're going to be able to deal next turn with the addition of this Greninja GX. And Trainer Chip cannot play Beast Ring this turn. That is so good. We went from 6 prizes to 2 in 1 turn. That is just amazing. Now, obviously, Chip has had some mobility issues in this deck. I'm not playing any switch cards in my deck, so that is a thing. I'm only playing Super Scoop Up. That's my only switch card. And then Tapu Koko obviously is an amazing free retreater, so we do have that. But I think what the idea of this deck is that you don't really need anything other. I mean, you got DCE. In a pinch, you can retreat your Octilleries. That might be a little bit greedy, playing only Super Scoop Up as your switch cards, but that's what we did back in Land Bats. I didn't play any switch cards in that either. And our let's see, our Landorus was a fat guy. I think he had a retreat cost of like 3, so that was definitely a little bit of a risky play back in that deck, but it worked then, and I think that it'll work now, because usually with this kind of deck, like the longer the matchup takes, the better off I am. It's better to try and run this snipe deck off the table as quickly as you can, and if you don't, then you're in some trouble here. We do play a couple copies of Guzma. Actually, we're only playing like 2 copies of Guzma, so we don't have a ton of switch cards in the deck. That could be a little bit risky, could lead us to some deck out situations, so I might want to consider playing maybe a few more switch cards in the future. But as you can see right now, the deck is running beautifully. I mean, it is doing everything that I want it to do, so I'm not super worried about it. And with all the shuffle draw that we do have in here, I'm not really worried about wasting our resources. Like, we don't really get rid of our resources unless we want to. And you can see last turn I was just burning resources because I was preparing for the late game, and I just wanted to get myself in a situation where I'm auxiliating Abyssal Handing into the best cards possible for the end of the game. So what do you think? You think he Lightning GXs here? I have to imagine he's going to Lightning GX. Rumbling Wires does not even knock out this Tapu Koko. And did he not have a Lightning GX? Did he already GX? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we are just going to go for, let's see, 80. I think maybe he's just trying to bide some time. Oh, he wants to Stinger GX. Oh, he's building up the Stinger GX to try and bring himself down to 3 prizes. But at this point, all I need to do is hit a double colorless energy, and I got game on one of those Naganadels. So that is like really good for me. Let's just Abyssal Hand here. Get a draw 2. Now off this Sycamore, I mean, goodness, we should definitely be able to hit off this Sycamore for something. Let's go get ourselves a Greninja, right? I do have Greninja as an option. Sure, let's get that. And we're just going to go in for our DCE, try to end the game with a Shadowy Hunter GX. That would be so good. So let's do that. I think we can take this knockout here, and then, I mean, we could take it there. There's really no point. I feel like I'd rather, yeah, because if he hits that GX, then it doesn't really matter at all. But it doesn't really matter anywhere, I think. Knocking that out could be good. I guess it allows me to take a prize. But taking the prize, I think I want to save that there in case, just like in case I need it. All right, in case I whiff this DCE by some bad juju. What do we got? Oh, we got it. Okay, that was scary. All right, but we got the game here. So we're going to be able to retreat and Shadowy Hunter GX to knock out that Naganadel on the bench. And good game to Trainer Chip. That was awesome. Hopefully he recorded that too, and we could get both of our versions up here online. But oh my gosh, the brand new Greninja GX deck, 2-0 so far. 2-0. I mean, goodness, that thing could be good. This is unchanged from the first time that I played it. Still just rocking that base list. I haven't altered it. I mean, if it's not broke, why fix it, right? The thing is working beautifully. I think if we take a look at the list real quick, though, we might see that you might want to play a switch card or 2. I'm kind of getting away with no switch cards right now. I do have my 3 copies, my 4 copies of Super Scoop Up. That's a switch card, but it's totally a switch card. Totally counts. That is fine. And then I do have 2 copies of Guzma. So those are the switch cards. Obviously, Choice Band is super good. I don't really want to cut one of those. I used Professor Sycamore to win the game there. So yes, even though you don't usually want to use Professor Sycamore, I think a 2 count is totally appropriate because sometimes you just need to draw. Yes, we could cut like 1 Timer Ball, but you saw how good Timer Ball is. It just allows you to get set up very easily. Rescue Stretcher, the reason I'm saying 2 Rescue Stretchers is because if you get Paralleled Citied, usually what you're going to do is you're actually going to bump off your Greninjas, throw them back into the deck, and just allow yourself to, immediately start to get the lines back out with Brooklet Hill, Timer Ball, Ultra Ball. So you actually don't really care about Parallel City because once you get a Greninja line evolved up, you could just pitch it, bring it back in easily, and just continue piling on damage. So I think that for what it is, this deck is pretty well constructed. Like, you can retreat with a DCE in a pinch. Obviously, we might want a couple switch cards. Obviously, we might want a copy of our special charge as well, but as you saw, we don't really need it. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't checked it out already. Check out the brand new Sabrina playmat in my Etsy shop now. We are shipping those out now, so super stoked about this. Love the artwork. These are incredible. My favorite playmat so far by far. So check those out in the Etsy store in the description below. Thank you all for watching. Peace.